Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite 5G review. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide the latest information about gadgets and technology. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. It all started with the Redmi Note 10 series. Xiaomi's mid-range expansion continued with the Poco X3 and F3 models. And now it seems the maker will be ending this chapter with the Mi 11 Lite Duo. Today we have the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite 5G model, the more powerful of the two versions, and 5G enabled, of course. Xiaomi's Mi 11 Lite 5G seems like a proper light model of the Mi 11 flagship. They both share similar designs, and that's the first tell. Both phones have high-end HRR OLED screens, powerful chipset and camera setups with similar capabilities. The Mi 11 Lite 5G isn't as curved, and its OLED is the mainstream 1080p resolution, while the refresh rate maxes out at 90 Hz. Then there is the SoC. It is one of the most powerful pieces of mid-range hardware, the Snapdragon 780G, but it sure isn't as fast as the Mi 11 Snapdragon 888. Finally, the main camera is 64MP instead of 108MP, and the ultrawide snapper is just 8MP instead of 13MP. Indeed, the Mi 11 Lite 5G is a product of several cost-cutting changes, but it has emerged on the other end with its high-end status unscathed, and yet, it's priced at half the Mi 11's asking price. So, the Mi 11 Lite 5G packs a 6.55-inch AMOLED screen of 1080p resolution, but it's got 10-bit native color, 90 Hz refresh rate, and HDR10 Plus support. It should run everything smoothly with the new Snapdragon 780G 5G chip, basically, a renovated Snapdragon 855, and keep doing it for a while with the 4,250 mAh battery. The Mi 11 Lite 5G, just like the Mi 11, also offers stereo speakers, 5G connectivity, can charge pretty fast, and the phone is IP53 certified for dust and splash resistance. There is also a Mi 11 Lite 4G model, which is even cheaper. It shares most of the features with the 5G version here but is based on an inferior Snapdragon 732G chip. We will be reviewing the 4G model soon, so stay tuned for this one too. Anyway, here is a quick rundown of the Mi 11 Lite 5G specs. Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite 5G specs at a glance. Body, 160.5 by 75.7 by 6. 8mm, 159 grams, glass front, Gorilla Glass 6, glass back, IP53, dust and splash protection. Display, 6.55 inches AMOLED, 1B colors, HDR10 Plus, 90 Hz, 240 Hz touch sampling, 500 nits, taupe, 800 nits, 1080 by 2400 px resolution, 20:9 aspect ratio, 402p. Chipset, Qualcomm SM7350 AB Snapdragon 780G, 5nm, octa-core, 1x2. 4 GHz Creo 670 and 3x2. 2 GHz Creo 670 and 4x1. 90 GHz Creo 670, Adreno 642. Memory, 128 GB 6 GB RAM, 128 GB 8 GB RAM, 256 GB 8 GB RAM, UFS 2.2, microSD-XC, uses shared SIM slot. OS/software, Android 11, MIUI 12. Rear camera, wide, main, 64MP, f/1.8, 26mm, 11.97, 0.7 micrometers, PAF, ultra wide angle, 8MP, f/2.2, 119, 1/4.0, 1.12 micrometers, macro, 5MP, f/2.4, AF. Front camera, 20MP, f/2.2, 27mm, wide, 1/3.4, 0.8 micrometers. Video capture, rear camera, 4K at 30 fps, 1080p at 30/60/120 fps, gyro ICE, front camera, 1080p at 30/60 fps, 720p at 120 fps. Battery, 4250 mAh, fast charging 33 watts, quick charge 4+, power delivery 3.0. Miscellaneous, fingerprint reader, side-mounted, infrared port, NFC. The most notable emissions here are the 3.5mm jack and the FM radio, but at least you can still use headphones with a 3.5mm jack with the provided adapter. Update, April 23, Xiaomi issued an official confirmation that Mi 11 Lite 5G is IP53 certified for dust and splash resistance. Unboxing the Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite 5G. The Xiaomi Mi 11 Lite 5G comes packed within the usual black paper box. Inside, you'll find a 33 watts adapter, a 3A rated USB-C to A cable, and a transparent silicone case. The maker is also shipping the phone with a 3.5mm to USB-C adapter as the phone emits an audio jack, so you can continue to use your favorite wired headphones. And if you want some extra protection right out of the bat, there is also this thin screen protector that ships with the phone. It's a bit cheap and is a massive smudge magnet, but hey, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Design, build, handling. The Xiaomi's Mi 11 Lite 5G is an easily likable smartphone for a couple of reasons. It's noticeably thinner and lighter compared to most of its competitors, a bit on the small side, too. The frosted rear glass is an enjoyable look. The screen frame may stick out a bit too much, but, in fact, it helps the overall handling. The Mi 11 Lite 5G has the usual dual glass build. There's a flat Gorilla Glass 6 front and a flat anti-glare glass on the back. Between these two is a thin and curved plastic frame with a glossy finish, but that's not all. The screen's outer frame is not only readily visible but very much perceptible by touch, as its height is almost a third of the Mi 11 Lite 5G profile. At first, we thought of this as an awkward, maybe even bad design move. But we grew to love it for the additional grip it gave, and eventually, we thought the Mi 11 Lite 5G feels a lot better for having that part jutting out on top of the regular frame. Update, April 23rd, Xiaomi issued an official confirmation that Mi 11 Lite 5G is IP53 certified for dust and splash resistance. So, the 6.55-inch AMOLED screen with rounded corners is filling almost the entire front part of the Mi 11 Lite 5G. It has quite balanced bezels, not the thinnest ones around, but the chin is slimmer than what we usually get in this price range, and the whole black frame seems, well, fitting for the device. The screen supports 10-bit color and 90Hz refresh rate, and it looked quite bright and punchy when we took the phone out of its box. There is one small punch hole for the selfie camera at the top left corner. It's reasonably small and doesn't get in the way of the content most of the time. There is one barely noticeable grill above the screen. It hides one of the stereo speakers, which also doubles as an earpiece. The other one is at the bottom of the phone, and both sound equally loud and are balanced well. There is no notification LED light on the Mi 11 Lite 5G, but you can opt for AOT and/or side breathing light for when you've missed important notifications. The back of the Mi 11 Lite is also flat, and the anti-glare finish is basically a frosted glass. It feels very pleasant when you touch it, and while fingerprints and smudges do stick, they aren't as visible as on a glossy glass. But they are tough to clean up. They aren't a swipe or 10 away, more like find a proper clean piece of microfiber and try again. The glossy camera island is one of our current favorites, and the same we first saw on the Mi 11, hence the lookalike designs. It's a two-step glass. The larger piece is thinner and houses the 8MP ultrawide camera and the dual LED flash, while the smaller but thicker glass contains the 64MP primary and the 5MP macro snappers. The frame of the Mi 11 Lite 5G is made of plastic and has a glossy finish. Contrary to our expectations, smudges aren't as prominent, and it does provide some grip. Combine that with the rather sharp outer screen frame, and we got some nice handling experience.
Thanks for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.